Gulf Coast of Florida at Tampa. The scene a few moments ago in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
General West. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
They'll run it with Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go.
Throwing his Allen on third. Nowhere to escape.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 20. He's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Mayfield. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check it. 180. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. He's crashing. He's shot. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Roth, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jared Davis with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, it's Jones. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 2 yards, good enough for a first. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Strong right. Alert. 56. Watch the eye.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Yeah.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Alert.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the whip.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Tight.
A first carry now. This is Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, I need one over here.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow. Get him, get him.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield to throw it. He finds Beckham complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Regular. Topper! Check. Watch twist. I got
Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Play action. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check three, check three, check three. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Half 10. License. Let's put that team on the Bucs.
Throwing now is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, watch number 33. Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Check 3. Check 3. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
22 yards. That's good for a Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Motion, motion, motion.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Mike, watch the back, watch the back. Shit, shit, shit.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, exit. Hurry.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Alpha. Run.
Who that? Watch twit.
Hurry. Watch.
3rd and long for Mayfield. It's caught. Becker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Alert. Regular.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys will take over at their own line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to loft it deep right. That's caught inside the 20. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working? Because
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On third down, here's Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll go again to Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Alert 6-6, pull it high. Check, lucky.
Here's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's McKenzie, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Catch made here by Campbell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
180. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. King. Hey, tank. Hurry. Hey, wahoo. Watch the twist.
Mayfield on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, D.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Strip the ball.
To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bucs on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a give to Jones running left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check safety, check safety.
Regular.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift, watch the shift.
They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The give is to Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, tight.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Watch right. It's our field.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Caught by Jones. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
He was brought down by Denver. It's a gain of 5.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check three.
At the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 15.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take